Today, I'm going to be making a rug with my eyes closed. Well, not really, but kind of. This brand new company called Craftphilia have sent me a giant box. Size comparison, big. And inside it is the prototype of their automatic tufting machine. It's huge. So I've been given the task to create a rug using this automatic tufting machine. Now, before you start saying stuff like, oh my God, the robots are taking over our jobs, I need you to understand that I'm just genuinely interested to see the upgrades that can happen in this crafting space. There have been such awesome improvements to the tufting community already. Like, it all started from punch needling and latch hooking, and then the devices changed to the hand tufters, and then it became motorized with the tufting guns, and this just feels like the next natural progression. And I'm interested. Can you see this thing? My hand hurts because of the amount I tuft. Does this mean I'll ever stop tufting though? No! Am I still gonna push myself to make as many rugs as I possibly can? Yes! Could this new technology perhaps alleviate some of the pressure I put on myself? We'll see! And that's what I'm excited about. So, let's get into it. I'm really quite stubborn when it comes to instructions, and what I mean by that is I don't like to read instructions. I like to just go for it. And more often than not, that sends me down a really slippery slope. So Craftphilia sent me some videos on how to put together the machine, which helped quite a bit. All in all, it was just 3 pieces: the base plate, the actual tufting motor, and then the tufting frame. So what am I making with my eyes closed, you may ask? You can see it right behind me. This right here is the first ever rug I made. It's literally a piece of garbage, but I framed it. I framed it because it humbles me. I often look at it and then I look at what I'm working at and I'm like, damn, I've come a long way. So now I kind of want to do the same with this machine. I want to put it to the test. Now, this was the first ever rug I made, so I redesigned it, and I'm gonna give it to the machine and we'll see who does better at its first go of tuft, me or the machine. I am really hoping it's the machine, because that is a piece of shit. Here it is. Now, the machine I got is a 50 by 50 centimeter frame, but the machines that you can order can be bigger. I think they can go up to 70 by 140 centimeters, which is honestly huge. But all in all, what I'm trying to say is this thing is massive. It doesn't really fit on my table. I created this little dolly wheelie thing. Put it on wheels basically. So now whenever I need it, I can just wheel it out, make a little rug here and there, and then wheel it back. I also redesigned my entire crafting space and made a little parking spot for it. But yeah, I love my little dolly. She's real cute. All right, let's get into it. Before we turn it on or anything, we are going to put the new fabric onto the frame. So we just basically pull it out. And this is the frame. It's got a little locking system in place here. So you push this down, boop, flick the lock on, and it holds so that you can put the fabric on, and then you release the lock like that, and then it makes sure that the fabric stays stretched the entire time the machine is tufting. Okay, there it is. I pulled it so tight. Very nice. It just slides into place. And they say it's good to tuck in all the excess fabric. Done. Just quickly lock in the yarn holder. And now we'll plug it all in. This spot here is power, but on top is to connect it to my computer. Boom. Now that the machine's all set up, it's all plugged in, it's turned on, and it's ready to go, what about the design? I'm now going to show you how to use Craftphilia Studio. So this right here is Craftphilia Studio. The first thing you want to do is go over here to Safe Workspace. Already input is 450 by 450 because that is the tuftable area that I can work with. I'm going to go over here to Image. I'm going to import my smiley face. And there it is. Hello, smiley face. Let's resize it. Before we get started, just like when you're tufting, always flip your image. So we'll go up here to flip, boop, flip. If anybody's worked in embroidery before, you'll know that before you get started on any design, it needs to be digitized, which basically means you need to give the embroidery machine a path to work on so it knows what stitches go where. This is pretty much exactly the same. Now what Craftphilia have done, which makes our lives so much easier, we can import pretty much any image, click it, we'll go over here to edit, boop, and then we'll click color layering. That's 2 colors. We've got this beautiful purple and then this beautiful yellow. Go down here, export to workspace. So now it knows that that's the only 2 colors that we've got here. And so we've exported that to our workspace, and already it has divided the 2 colors that we'll be using into its own tufting path that the machine is gonna follow. It was 2 clicks. You may be looking at this going, what the hell's going on, Chrystal? Let me tell you. First thing here is image. That is just showing you what you are tufting. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that off by clicking that eyeball. We also wanna turn off every single layer. Boop, 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 except for the one that we're working on. So this first layer here, if I turn it off, there's nothing. We'll turn it back on. Layer 1, we're gonna click the G code. Now the G code, boop, is showing you the exact paths that the machine is going to tuft. Every single little point that you see, boop, boop, the machine is going to tuft a straight line between them. So layer 1 vector is actually the yellow outline. Scroll down and we'll call it yellow outline. Now we're gonna turn off that layer. We're also gonna unclick G code and we'll go to the next one. Layer 1 raster. Let's click that, click the eyeball, click the G code to see what it is. And so this is the yellow infill. Yellow infill. And this looks like it's gonna be the purple outline. And lucky last is going to be infill. Now you may be wondering, you can see here, let's zoom in. What are these lines? It's not filling in there now, is it? We can fix that. Also, you can do this if you don't want to let it automatically generate your path. You can generate your own path by going over to the left here and clicking vector. This is showing all the vector lines. And now you can just draw your own vector lines. Crazy, I know. I want a straight line from here, and we're gonna go to about here, and then here, and then to there. I think that should fill in that area just enough. That will make it thick enough to look like a really nice full border. Now I want to do the same for the other side, obviously. I also want to do the smile because that's not really filling it in at all. Okay, I think that fills it in nicely. Now what we want to do is we're going to group those new vector paths that we've created here, and we're going to go up to here, make sure select is ready. We're going to select everything. So that should be all of our paths. Go up here to group them, rename it purple. So then we can action that after we've actioned everything else. To actually get started now, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna start with the yellow outline. Click the G code so we know what we're tufting, and that is what we're going to be tufting right now. Let's connect the device. We'll go up to here, click connect. That's my device. And now we're connected. All right, let's do it. Let's get hands on, and then we can press go. I need 2 colors for this, so we need some purple. Let's go with this purple. Whoa! And then we need a nice yellow as well. This yellow and this purple. I love those colors together so much. Obviously, if you had a cone, which I will for the purple, it sits on top of this spool here and it'll go up and around. But because I don't have a cone for the yellow, we're just gonna put it on the floor, and I'm gonna help it feed through like this, make sure that it comes out nice and smoothly. Obviously, you can make a yarn cake. I can't be bothered. So then we grab this thread, and now I shall show you how to thread the machine. Before you do any action on the machine, you want to send it home. We're going to click operation and homing, and it's going to bring it all the way to its neutral position, which is this corner here. Hey! So underneath here, there's a hole. I'm going to put your usual yarn threader through this hole under there, and it's going to come out the side here. There it is. The threader is all the way through the hole, and it comes out there, and we're going to put the yarn through it, and we're going to pull the threader. So the yarn is just sort of hanging there. Now we need to actually thread it through the needle. There's a little wheel on the side here, so if your needle isn't in its right position, you can just sort of move it. I'm just moving it like you would move the gear on a tufting gun. And now, just as you would any tufting gun, you're gonna put your needle threader through the hole, put your yarn in, and pull it back through. Make sure it's actually through and not stuck on these parts. And that is how you successfully thread the machine. So it's all set up and it's ready to do the first outline of the rug. Make sure that the yellow outline is highlighted, click process, and then start now. did a pretty decent job. It did miss a few spots, let me show you. Now, it did pretty good all the way around until it got here. So I might send it over for another pass just over here, which I can do by adding some more vector lines like I showed you before. So I'm just gonna send it for literally this little part here, which will hopefully fill in that little part there. Brilliant! Filled it in perfectly. Now we're gonna fill in that entire area with yellow. Let's press go now. It's done. It missed this little spot here, which I can manually fill in now. So currently it only supports threading one strand of yarn in there. Hopefully they upgrade it because I normally have 2 strands of yarn. So I know that this rug is going to be a lot thinner than my normal rugs, but it's holding together not too bad. The smiley face here though, I know the purple might have a tough time like getting in between there. I might take out these parts here where it outlined the smiley face because it doesn't actually need that because it actually left a really good spacing for me already. I'm just pulling out these parts here so that I can give the purple a really good chance of not blending with the yarn just in case, which will make my life a lot easier when I'm shaping.
Erosion sets the gap between different colors. Just adjust the value based on the yarn thickness to prevent overlap. Once you set the erosion value, you'll notice the gap between different colors. If the path planning is suboptimal, you can resolve this by switching the algorithm.
Did a fairly good job with the yellow. I'm actually really satisfied with that. So now let's move on to the purple. Boom, bam. I'm getting so excited to see what the final product is gonna look like. We are up to the purple outline. So let's turn that on. We're gonna outline this thing. Let's press process, start. I've just paused it really quickly. It was about to do this inside line here. Started and it's sort of going on the yellow. And I kind of don't need that, so I might draw my own line so I know exactly where it's gonna go. And honestly, I don't think I need the outline for this stuff. I just kind of want the infill. So I'm gonna ignore that step. You gotta remember that this is just like an auto press one button and it's done for you. You should always go back and change a digitization. And I didn't do that because it's all testing and I'm still learning. So I've kind of just made up my own little pattern here for the eyes and then also the outline to here. I'm gonna set it and see if it works and then I'll do the smile as well, the exact way that I did this, which was literally just using the vector tool and then just like anchoring all the points. All right, let's send it in. That worked like actually perfectly. Okay, because that worked, I'm positive the eyes will work now. I'm gonna do one eye at a time just in case. Nope, 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 nope. It's tufting on the yellow outline, so I'm just gonna remove that. Remove those outlines. Let's send it again and see if it stays within the correct parameters. Look at that, it works. I feel like something shifted here. Maybe I moved the design on the design space. Everything slightly moved, but we're making do. Whoa! I think it's done. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm just gonna, so sorry, I have to move you out the way, babe. Okay. I'll get you nice and close so you can really see the type of lines it can tuft. So keep in mind this is one strand and the paths are pretty far apart from each other. That's what the auto vector guide did. I'm pretty keen to see what it looks like on the other side. Who's ready for the reveal? Let's pull it out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's pretty good! Wow! Okay, it's definitely better than my first one. Get all the shaggy bits off. There it is. My first robot tufted rug. Turned it off. I'm gonna clean up real quick and then I'm gonna glue it and we shall revisit while I shave it. I like how I almost left the smiley face in like cut-offs on the bottom. That's so funny. So I've glued it, I've left it over there so it can dry. Next I gotta shave it, finish it, and then compare it to my first ever rug. And then I'll tell you a little bit more about Craftphilia. There it is, my first ever robot made and hand finished rug. Now let's quickly compare. So this is the first rug I ever attempted to make. It's not good. I didn't even have enough yarn. As you can see, I ran out multiple times and I ended up giving this rug to my rabbit to sit on. So if you see some rabbit poop on it, no you didn't. And then here is the Craftphilia tufted rug. Not bad, not bad. It's definitely different to the way that I tuft, but I've been tufting for like 5 years now. This thing has only been around for, I don't even know, maybe a few months. I'm not sure how long they've been developing this thing. So far, it's impressive, but it has a lot of potential to be something incredible and just be such a great tool to be able to make some fun pieces with. Currently, it's running as a Kickstarter, so if you want to see this machine hit its absolute potential, then you should consider backing it on Kickstarter. All the links will be in the description. Personally, I think that this would be really great for crafters who maybe don't focus on one specific medium, or I really think that this would be such a great tool to make tufting more accessible, especially for people who maybe can't take part in the tufting process, whether that means they can't stand up for elongated periods of time or they can't hold the gun, because all of it is very tiresome. For me, my favorite part about rug making is when I get to sit down and shave the rugs. It's so satisfying and so relaxing, and if this tool can help me get to that step a little bit quicker, hell yeah. I would really love to hear your guys' thoughts on this machine and what it can bring to the tufting world. So let's start a conversation in the comments. I'll be looking. Thank you so much to Craftphilia for letting me be a tester for this cool new machine. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. Redback rugs. Want your rug in a hurry? Wanna put it on your floor? And you want it extra fast? Yeah, 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 I can do express delivery. Wind the wool while I watch a movie. Watch me live at Chrystal Christie.